Welcome back, folks, here on the show floor at E3 2013. You're at Stage 1. GameSpot's live coverage continues on Day 2. I'm your host, Chris Waters, and I'm joined by Kumi Yuasa of Sony Computer Entertainment America to talk about Destiny of Spirits. Kumi, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we're excited to have you and talk about games from a variety of platforms. Destiny of Spirits is a Vita game, and it's a bit different than a lot of the experiences we've sort of seen so far. Vita games we've had on the show have been, we had some shooters, we had some action games, but Destiny of Spirits, there is action, but it's also meant to be something that depends on your geographical location and the time of day and all these different elements. So why don't you lay the groundwork for us? What's Destiny of Spirits all about?
Sure. As you explained, it's a geolocation social strategy game, and it's built on this unique system called Destiny Engine. So let me explain one by one.
All right.
Geolocation.
Geolocation, yeah, let's start there.
So geolocation. So basically, when you start the game, it'll place you on the world map, reflecting your actual location.
So the world. So we would be here in Los Angeles, or and so is it a world map of Earth, or is it sort of a parallel
it's the
world?
actual, yeah,
all
same,
right.
yeah, world map.
Okay.
And then so say you start the game in Los Angeles, and then so that's going to be your base. And then from there, you go out and collect in-game characters called spirits.
Okay.
And spirits, they are based on mythologies or histories or lores of each area or region. So they are area specific. So there are multiple ways to collect those spirits. You can either physically travel to that area with your Vita.
So if you travel to Hollywood, do you got like the movie star spirit?
Maybe.
What kind of? So all right, sorry. You collect the spirits by traveling to specific locations with your Vita.
Yeah, that's one way. So say you travel to maybe Europe or maybe Japan, then you can collect spirits from those regions.
Okay.
Yeah, but then of course not everyone can travel to every country or everywhere in the planet. So you have a way to become friends with living in that area, and then you can trade spirits with those users.
Okay. And so what are these spirits? You collect them, and we caught a glimpse of them in the trailer just a moment ago. The spirits do some battle with other spirits. What do you do with the spirits once you've collected them?
So basically, spirits are the army for you in this game, in the battle. So each spirit has different elements, such as water, fire, tree or earth.
Okay.
And then it's a combination when you think of a strategy. I'm gonna go fight against these enemies that are based on fire. Then I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna have water-based spirit so that I win over them.
And so here we see an array of spirits in the game right now. We're sort of taking a pretty quick look at what they might look like, and it looks like here are some other players with their spirit loadouts. You pick your spirit team, and then you sort of go head to head.
Yeah, exactly. So you will see in a second. So you will see your sets of army, and then you will see the enemy. Once the battle starts, it's active turn-based. Okay. So each spirit has the gauge, and then as soon as it fills up, it'll launch their attacks.
Uh-huh.
They all have regular melee attacks, and then also they have special skill attacks. So. And the battle goes on without you giving you any command, but then also you can be very specific and give commands to, hey, use this magic to this enemy.
To target the minions before going for the boss, for example, or something like that? Or at least
something like that.
Yeah, that guy definitely looks like a boss to me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the one in the middle. So it can be very in-depth, or it can be very casual.
Okay. So you can put a lot of thought into it. You can bring a lot of tactical attention, or you can just kind of trust in your team and say, "Go ahead, my spirits, do battle."
Mm-hmm. True, so sometimes you come across this enemy that's super strong and you lose, but then you have the support from your friend. So this game is a social game. So the more friends you have, the more benefit you have in the game. Sometimes you get a support, backup attack from your friend that happens even when the friend is not online. So the more friends you have, the more spirits you collect, it's better off. You're better off.
The more powerful you shall become.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now one of the things that we saw mentioned briefly in the trailer, the spirits, they're sort of this I forget the word. Was it Destiny Engine?
Destiny Engine.
But there's sort of a daily element. There's a cycling of conditions that affect your spirit battle. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So this project started with a concept of connecting users through Destiny. There are a lot of social media today through networks of friends or, co-workers or, different ways.
Yeah, you've got some tangible reason that identifies the link between you and the people you're meeting up with, yeah?
Yes, but the developer, they were thinking about different ways to connect people, and they came up with this Destiny engine. It's basically based on this Western and Eastern astrology, and also incorporating elements and energy from the nature. And every day it gives you the fortune for you. At the start of the game, you enter your birthday, and then depending on that, it gives you a different fortune of the day and a different element of the day. So say you get great blessing today, you may get bad luck tomorrow, and then you get your element of the day is fire today, and tomorrow it's, earth. So every day it's different experience, and then your relationship with other users will change too.
So is that the kind of thing where you're thinking about taking your spirits into battle, you see it's kind of not a lucky day for you, do you put the Vita down and think maybe I don't fight today, or do you maybe pick weaker opponents to attack if you want to play that day? How much of an effect does it have on your play?
Yeah, so there comes the benefit of having friends. So it'll give you a list of all the friends that will going to work very well with you. We call it compatibility. So here we go. Here's a list of friends that are highly compatible with you today. So why don't you work with those users and go against enemies? So the way you can progress and overcome some obstacles and then go on with the game.
Well, speaking of friends, user in the Twitch chat, Biro Island, wants to know, do you have any suggestions for making friends from other countries? I mean, a lot of the friends that people sort of have on their PlayStation Network are friends they know from school or from work, or maybe they meet up with them playing another multiplayer game online or something. Is there anything within Destiny of Spirits to help cultivate finding friends?
So based on the fortune of the day, so everyone in this game will have different fortune, and then the game automatically calculates and then finds out who is going to be the best player to play with today, not only in your region but all over the world. So today, you will have a list of friends from Europe or Japan or Latin America, everywhere, and it'll just suggest, and each of them have different sets of spirits, and then you can do different things with those users. So it's a great way to become friends with someone from other side of the planet that you never thought about becoming friends with.
Nice. And so friends, your spirits will help each other out in combat, but can you then send those friends a message and be like, hey, thanks, that was cool, let's team up next time, or
it's
where are you from?
Yeah, it's a symbiotic relationship. So say you can also rent or borrow spirits from other users, and then once you win in that battle, the owner of the spirits, if you win in the battle, the owner will also get points. So it's a enhancing, symbiotic, relationship, and
And you're leasing out your heroes who are of whatever power, and then getting some benefit back when they do well out in the field for you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Nice. So it's a game that's social. It's a game that is something that's tied to time and tied to location. All of these things are, elements that are enabled by the Vita, by the sort of this modern technologies on these platforms. Was that part of the inspiration for the game? What would be a cool way to use geolocation?
Yeah, definitely. Vita being the portable device, we want people to travel with Vita more, and then depending on area or destination you go, you collect different sets of spirits, so you experience something different and new. And like I explained, the fortune of the day, it affects your gameplay and then the relationship with other users. So every day it's a different experience. Every day, new strategy.
Nice, Yumi. Well, that's a taste of Destiny of Spirits, and it's coming out for the PlayStation Vita. But there's one more thing that we haven't mentioned yet, is that it's free to play.
Exactly. Yeah, we chose this free-to-play route because we wanted more users to experience, what it's like to be, connected and matched through this Destiny engine. So more the players we have, the more friends that you can, make. So we decided to take this route, and then everything in this game is basically accessible. You just had an option to speed up your progress or take shortcuts. So if you want to take your time, you can do that, and you can play by yourself and progress with your pace, or team up with your friends and then speed up your progress, with those, purchasable items too.
Yeah, if you want to speed up your progress, you want to say, hey, people who develop Destiny of Spirits, I like your game, let me throw you a few bucks. That's available too. All right, so it's going to be free to download on the Vita. When is it going to be available?
It is going to be available this year. We're going to announce exactly when is through our blog, so please check back with us.
Which blog? What's the website for the blog?
Oh, it's a PlayStation blog.
The PlayStation blog, of course. All right, Yumi, thank you so much for coming on stage.
Thank you.
Talking about Destiny of Spirits. And thank you, folks, for sticking with GameSpot here in our continuing coverage of E3 live day 2. We've got a whole another slate of day 3 coming up tomorrow, but we've got more hours to go here. Coming back at you in just a minute.